Okay, sports fans, let's talk about this. Trump's ridiculous talk about making Canada the 51st state. Now, first of all, let's briefly talk about going to war with Canada. I think we all agree we've got a more powerful military, and probably if we launched an attack right away, our Air Force would kick the crap out of theirs. We'd probably be able to wipe out their military bases and get their cities. But you know what? Do you know Canada is the second largest country in area in the world? And do you know how much of that land is forest? Do you remember trying to conquer Vietnam and the guerrilla battles? Imagine all those Canadians out there in the forest doing guerrilla warfare. Is it really going to be that easy? But, and also, there's something nobody seems to think about. Will Canada be alone? Do you think England might come in on their side? About Australia? Maybe other European countries? Maybe just out of their own personal interest. Russia would say they support Canada, and wouldn't that be interesting for Alaska? Anyway, let's set the warfare aside and let's just say Canada went, yeah, okay, Trump, we want to be the 51st state. First of all, something Trump probably doesn't know or care about is it has to be approved by Congress. He can't just say, oh, Canada, you're a state now. And you got all that stuff that would have to be gone through with, setting up the government and all that. So Canada, which is now the second largest country in the world, would become a US state. Canada, when you look at the map, it's all the way across the top of the US. That's going to be one state. I don't think so. Wouldn't it have to be like each separate province? But let's look at Canada as the 51st state. Does Trump know how we apportion Congress? Every state gets 2 senators, right? I hope you all know that. And the representatives are apportioned according to population. Now, Canada is not nearly as populous as the US, but it has a population of around 41 million. Our most populous state is California, which I believe is around 39 million. That means the 51st state will now have the largest number of US representatives. That's quite a voting bloc, isn't it? And think about this for you MAGA people that seem to think it's a good idea. Do you really think the majority of those 41 million voters and the majority of the largest contingent of US representatives are going to be Republicans? I doubt it. Let me just throw one more final thought out there as I ramble. One of my favorite quotes that Trump has said when he's talked about this is how it would be good for Canada. For some reason, he thinks they'd have lower taxes, right? But he also says better health care. So is he saying they'd be lucky to have Obamacare? Is that what he's admitting? Just a couple of thoughts. Thanks for listening, if you actually did.
And that's the way it is.